I'm Colin Maiden, son of Henry Maiden and grandson of William Maiden. This movie was made over the summer of 1930-31. The first part is at Point Chevalier Beach, which is not far from their home in Grey Lynn. Now it starts with my mother, Lorna Richardson, who was engaged to Henry Maiden, a really good-looking woman. There's a tent at the back. Teddy helped putting it up. Car at the end, under cover. There's my mother and father on the beach. This is Margie. Now they're all sitting on the beach with Grandma, and here comes Dorry. Grandpa in the end, I think William Caldwell on the left, Reeby's second son. And they seem to be filling Grandma's lap with sand, having a great time. It's a real party. They're all there. Poor Grandma. And that's Jack Caldwell, Reeby's eldest son. And here's William Caldwell, Reeby's second son. And this is Billy Maiden, who's come over from Sydney. This must have been some special occasion, either their 30th wedding anniversary or when William and Kate were leaving the villa and moving to Pukeana Avenue in Epsom. Here's Margie sashaying in. There's my dad. Look at the tan on him, with Roy Stone, Phyllis's son. There's Roy Stone, 2 or 3 years of age. My father loved kids, and kids loved him. This is Point Chevalier Beach. And now intermission, down at the Central Post Office in Queen Street. Look at all the men with their hats, waistcoats and suits, very different from today. And the trams, pity we hadn't kept 1 or 2 of them. And now some humour. And going up the Iguazu River in South America, in Brazil and Argentina. What on earth is that doing there? And this is meant to be funny, I didn't quite see it. And here they're back at the villa in Grey Lynn. You can see the new Hillman coming out of the garage, driven by Dorry. Beautiful looking car. And here's Jack at 14 years of age, Joy at 10, here's my dad acting the fool. He loved to act the fool, and he was the entertainment for the day. And Grandma's smiling. We never saw her smiling a lot in her older age, but she was probably worn out from having 9 children and a husband who was away a lot on business. Grandpa, look at the moustache, beautifully twirled at the ends. Dad with a sailor's hat on, fighting young Jack. And Jack's just loving it. And there's Phyllis in the background. There's Phyllis. Look at her teeth. They had dreadful teeth in those days, and most of them had them all out in their 20s and were given false plates. Grandpa again. Auntie Etty Phelan, Grandma's sister on the right. And here's Phyllis again with Roy Stone and his teddy bear. And I think that's Reby at the back on the right. There's Gordon Clarkson, great mate of my father's. He was engaged to Dorrie at the time. Cleaning up Grandpa with all the boys. Tent in the background, and you can see One Tree Hill. There's Grandpa, really dressed up. He died 5 years later. And there at the background holding, perhaps it's Roy Stone, if so it's Basil Stone. And on the second to right at the back, I think that might be Ernie Caldwell, Reby's husband. And there's Reby with Dolores. Grandma again. And there's Auntie Polly, who they said had a bad hip and a heart as big as the world. And poor Grandma, they're giving her a hard time, but she's enjoying it. And well, I hope you have enjoyed that movie, and I hope it remains in all your families for a number of years.